Many people believe a certain classic leg movement is the secret to staying fit after middle age. For years, we have heard from health experts and fitness guides that this specific move is necessary. We follow this advice because we want to stay active. But what if this routine is actually harming your joints instead of helping them? Data shows that almost half of all people over age 55 deal with joint wear or constant leg pain. Scientific tests prove that deep bending puts massive stress on your frame, sometimes up to 7 times your actual weight. For a person weighing 180 pounds, that is over 1,200 pounds of force pressing down on the legs. While younger athletes might handle this fine, a body at 60 or 70 has changed. Over time, the padding in our joints thins and our natural balance fades. When your legs ache or you feel shaky, you might think you are just getting old or need to try harder. However, the issue isn't your effort. It is that general fitness advice doesn't fit every individual. After age 50, the real danger isn't being weak. It is losing your balance and your confidence. Research suggests that falls happen because of poor control, not just a lack of muscle. My goal is to help you stay free and moving without the fear of getting hurt. You don't need to lift heavy weights to be healthy. Instead, I want to share 3 smarter movements that protect your joints better than traditional bends and prepare you for daily life. Before we start, I want to hear from you. Please share your name and where you are from in the notes below. We are all in this together. Most seniors don't quit moving because they lack drive. They quit because they want to stay out of harm's way, which makes perfect sense. You have likely been told to just take more walks or do basic bends to keep your legs sturdy. But there is a secret nobody mentions. Those standard routines often ignore the specific body parts we need most. As we get older, take a daily stroll, for instance. It helps your heart, but it is too predictable. Your body learns the rhythm and stops being challenged. Walking doesn't build the deep support muscles around your joints, and it doesn't teach your brain how to react if you suddenly trip or step off a high ledge. Traditional bends have a similar problem. They focus on big muscles, but they skip side to side power and the ability to slow yourself down. Major health reports show that losing your independence usually happens because of poor balance and slow reactions, not just a lack of muscle. If you keep doing exercises that ignore these skills, you might feel safe while actually becoming more fragile. Often people don't realize there is a problem until they have a scary near miss or a painful fall that stops them in their tracks. But you can avoid this by working smarter. I am going to show you 3 movements that are gentler on your frame than standard bends, but much better for real-world safety. These are proven by science and easy to do in your living room. Let's start with the first movement, the controlled descent. It might look like you are just stepping off a ledge, but it is much more than that. If you have ever felt your legs shake on the stairs or felt dizzy on a curb, you know that going down is much scarier than going up. This is because moving downward requires a specific type of strength called braking power. As you lower yourself, your front leg muscles have to stretch while staying tight to hold your weight. This process is known as braking force. It is the key to managing your speed when moving downward. It shields your joints from sharp impacts and stops those heavy, jarring steps that hurt your legs and ruin your balance. Most common gym moves focus only on pushing weight up. They don't teach your body how to resist gravity and stay steady. If your frame can't handle the way down, your brain reacts with stress, leading to shaky legs and a higher chance of falling. Research from 2021 shows that seniors who practice slow, controlled downward steps improved their joint steadiness by nearly 50% in just 2 months. They also felt much more confident and less afraid of falling. Experts also found that this specific training helps save the padding in your knees by absorbing shock more effectively. This is joint smart power, the kind that lets you stay active without the ache. If you skip this, every shaky step eats away at your courage. You might start avoiding hills or stairs. Your body begins to forget how to stay stable, and your reflexes get lazy. Eventually, a simple trip can turn into a serious injury. You might think it is just old age. But really, your body just hasn't practiced this vital skill. How to begin the setup: find a short, solid ledge, about 4 to 6 inches high. The very bottom step of a staircase is perfect. The move: stand on the step with both feet. Slowly lower one foot toward the ground. The key: do not just drop your weight. Move slowly and stay in control. Once your toes graze the floor, push back up using the leg that stayed on the step. The goal: do 10 to 12 reps on each side. Aim for 2 or 3 rounds a day. Keep your movements quiet and smooth, rather than fast. You can hold on to a wall or a sturdy chair for balance. If this feels too difficult, try a shorter step or just practice the motion on flat ground. This simple habit retrains your brain and muscles to react with power instead of fear, keeping you safe and independent. Next, we move to exercise number 2, the chair rise. This is the ultimate test of your daily freedom. Rising from a seat might seem like a simple part of your day rather than a workout. Many people assume it is effortless until the moment they feel a sharp pain in their joints or a strange heaviness in their legs. Suddenly, a basic action you have done since childhood feels like a chore. The reality is that being able to stand up with ease is one of the best signs that you are aging successfully. If you can get up without worry, you can navigate the world without worry. This single motion targets every muscle group you actually use: the fronts and backs of your thighs, your hips, your glutes, and the core muscles that keep your spine straight. Most gym programs break things apart. They have you do one move for strength and another for balance. The chair rise is different because it forces your body to coordinate everything at once. Scientific research from 2018 revealed that this specific movement is the most accurate way to predict if a senior is at risk of falling. Even better, those who practiced it every day saw their leg power and self-confidence jump by nearly 40% in only 6 weeks. You don't need any fancy machines. The chair in your living room is your gym. What occurs if we ignore this skill? You might start using your arms to push off or leaning way forward to gain momentum. Slowly, you begin to avoid low sofas or deep chairs because they feel like traps. Eventually, you might find yourself needing a walker or a helping hand just to get up. This is how personal freedom starts to fade. Not all at once, but in small, quiet steps. Losing your freedom doesn't happen during a single big fall. It happens through small daily moments of doubt. The problem isn't that you lack strength. It's simply that no one showed you how to practice this essential move. How to begin the setup: pick a firm, stable chair. Sit toward the front of the seat with your feet flat and shoulder width apart. The move: tighten your stomach muscles and lean forward slightly from your hips. Push firmly through your heels to stand up slowly. The key: pause for a second at the top, then lower yourself back down with total control. Do not just flop into the seat. The goal: aim for 8 to 10 repetitions, 2 or 3 times a day. Focus on your breathing and keeping your body aligned. If it's too hard, add a firm cushion to the chair to make it higher. If it's too easy, try doing it without using your hands or move even slower. This isn't just a workout. It is about your dignity. Every time you stand up unassisted, you are proving that you are still in command of your own life. Exercise number 1. The side step. You might wonder why you need to practice moving sideways when you mostly walk forward. It is a good question. While we usually walk in a straight line, falls almost never happen that way. Danger occurs when you turn to reach for a glass, step aside for a pet, or when your foot slides on a slick floor. In those split seconds, your big muscles won't save you. You need the tiny stabilizers that keep you upright. There is one specific muscle on the outer part of your hip called the gluteus medius. It acts like a steering wheel for your lower body and a protector for your joints. As time passes, this muscle often goes to sleep because standard activities like walking, cycling, or even squats only move you forward and back. When this muscle weakens, your body tries to make up for it in unhealthy ways. Your knees start to cave inward, your ankles become shaky, and your hips twist out of alignment. This creates a perfect storm for loss of balance. And most people don't realize it is happening until it's too late. A 2022 medical report identified weak side, Hip muscles as a major hidden cause of falls for those over 60, particularly when turning or walking on bumpy grass. Further research from 2020 showed that practicing side-stepping movements improved reaction times by nearly 30% and cut down leg pain by over a third. This isn't just extra work. It is the very foundation of staying upright. If you ignore this side-to-side power, your joints may buckle during a quick turn, or you might trip without warning on an uneven sidewalk. Eventually, you might stop moving altogether out of fear, which only makes the weakness worse. Most safe workout plans never even mention this. How to begin. The setup: use a solid, low ledge, about 4 to 6 inches high. Stand beside it rather than facing it. The move: place one foot on the step. Press through your heel to lift yourself up sideways until both feet are on the ledge. The key: pause for a second to find your balance. Then step back down slowly. Do not use momentum to bounce up. The goal: perform 10 to 12 reps for each leg, 2 or 3 times a day. Keep your head up and your chest tall. If this feels too shaky, start by simply lifting your leg out to the side while holding on to a sturdy chair for support. If it feels too easy, hold a small weight or slow down your pace. Moving side to side might feel strange at first, but that is exactly why it's working. It is waking up parts of your body that have been resting for years. A new way forward: take a deep breath. You have just learned 3 straightforward movements that most people ignore, but they have the power to change how you move and how you feel every day. These exercises might not look like the intense workouts you see in magazines, but they are far more effective for your real life. They build something much more valuable than just muscle. They build your future. These movements rebuild the faith you have in your own physical abilities. For too long, the focus has been on raw power, but now we are choosing to focus on mastery over our movements. We aren't just trying to move more. We are moving with better intent. Every time you practice a controlled descent, you teach your legs to handle pressure softly. Every time you rise from a chair, you reinforce the muscles that keep you independent. And every side step you take sharpens your balance for the real world, a world where life happens in every direction, not just a straight line. These actions are more than a workout. They are a promise to your future self. They are for the person who still wants to explore, garden, play, and live life without limitations. The truth is, you don't lose your ability to stay in control just because of a birthday. Your power hasn't vanished, and your courage isn't gone. It is simply waiting for you to call it back. Before you start, please remember that this information is for learning and inspiration only. While these methods are based on scientific research, they are not a substitute for a doctor's orders. If you are dealing with joint injuries or have had recent surgery, please check with a medical professional first. Seeking advice isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. Your body deserves to be treated with both care and knowledge. Today, I invite you to take one small step forward. Don't worry about being perfect, just focus on being present. Listen to what your body is telling you with patience rather than force. Start exactly where you are with what you have. Even just 10 minutes a day can create a type of strength that feels like true freedom. Your future self will be grateful you started. If this message helped you today, I would love to read your thoughts in the comments. Share your age, your location, or your own personal story. Your journey might be the exact spark someone else needs to start their own.